Morning.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm up. That's good news.
About?
Yeah.
Are you feeling any better?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm congested again this morning. I wake up now in the morning, I'm all congested.
Damn weather.
Oh, it's pollen. You walk outside, you can smell it. My car is yellow. So yesterday was the little girl's first day of getting cut back on food, and she don't like it. She'll get over it. My car is yellow. Too many moving parts to get this thing started in the morning.
Yes, sure is.
Now, that's right. And you're doing all your stuff. I'm getting my pop out chat ready, everything else on this side. So I had a premiere this morning at 7:45. I said I'd make it a premiere if I get up, and I got up, so I flipped it.
Look at that goofy Canadian goose in front of the camera.
Wait till it starts trying to take the camera out.
Panning the camera out.
You ought to be able to have a sound to go. Have like a foghorn hit.
Checking it out though.
You reach over there and start poking it.
Whack. 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 There he goes.
That's
funny.
funny.
Hilarious.
But I had
Hey,
the premiere at 7:45 comes on, and I look at it and I went, doesn't look right. I went down there and it wasn't even in 1080, but it wouldn't go any higher. Man, I killed it and just deleted it and started again. Went and redid it. I must have exported it yesterday in a low grade. Only thing it could have been. Well, I got the guy coming over this morning to spray. So that's going to be about 10 o'clock, 10:30 usually. Then I got to get them in the back later because I got to leave here for about 12:30. Actually, I leave here before that. I leave here about 12:15 early. And 12:15 to go shoot that thing in Kenner. It's about 40 minutes, 45 minutes to drive.
45-minute drive?
Oh, yeah. Gotta go across that causeway, that long bridge. And then in the Kenner. And I'm gonna bring a couple of drones. And I'm only gonna be out there for about maybe a half hour at the most. So I'm gonna go from there. I'm thinking about going that bridge I was telling y'all, the Huey Long Bridge.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about going to shoot that. I'm gonna be over there. Might as well.
Well, yeah.
And the weather's absolutely beautiful right now.
Yeah, I went and did a shift early this morning, and then I did the one last night.
That's good. How was the wind? The winds calmed down?
The winds last night were a little calmer because it was after dark. I did that one, but this morning, yeah, there wasn't any wind. This morning I did right at dawn, and last night was a night shot, and I did that with the Air 2S, and it turned out okay, but not spectacular, you know.
Yeah. Well, last night I grabbed Cleo and I laid her on the bed. I turned her upside down and I got my stethoscope out and I listened to her heart. And as soon as I heard the first thing, I said, "Oh, she was telling me the truth."
Wow.
She has a murmur. A murmur is like a swishing sound. And you know, our heart beats do 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 do. All you hear is like that.
Huh.
So it's significant.
So what's the remedy?
It could be medication. It could be that she needs to lose a little bit more weight. It could just be her age and hereditary. But she's laying on the floor like nothing's wrong. When Justin got up this morning, she went running to the back like nothing's wrong. So, like I said, she ran up to 15 steps yesterday. She's not panting or anything like she's out of breath. You know, she's not making any sounds like she's hurting. So that's what Dr. Murphy says. Same thing. So it looks like it's not bothering her, but it's there, you know? And she says, and she's had dogs that's happened to, she's heard, and then 6 months later it goes away. So it could be anything. She could have got like sick and it could be like an infection started it. Mm-hmm. One of the main concerns is, like I said, it could be just age, but heartworms can do that too. But she's clean. She's never had heartworms because she takes medicine, preventative. So it's like all I can do now is just love her and take care of her, you know?
Yep, that's right.
Give her some loving. That one I'm gonna do, give her some loving or wagging that tail. Oh, thank you so much. I said that and she started wagging her tail. I'm gonna give you more loving all the time. She's just laying up. She's just kicking back.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, Garth, I see it's way up north, but yes. Corey, good morning. Oh, Corey says that China is launching a manned rocket. Let's see how that goes, he says.
See how she's laying back, just kicking back?
Yep.
Mhm.
Hey, Mark,
She's
how's
fine.
it going?
Paul, Joe,
Hey, Mark, what's up?
miserable day here today. Raining.
Well, we got an absolute beautiful day. I think it's going to be in the 80s again. That's good and bad.
Hey, Waypoint, how you doing?
Well, that looks a lot better. Yeah, I'm looking at the rendering of it now on YouTube, and that 4K showing now wasn't there before. I got a compliment last night. I got a compliment night before last from Joe Fodolio. He told me, and the compliment was like, "Nice old Joe," like that, you know, like the old Captain Joe. It was when I was going in and out of the bando. And if he goes look at the next one, it's even better. And then I sent Tammy last night, came on there and she says, what kind of control was I using? She says, you had so much confidence going in and out of that thing. And with Max flying all the time and her seeing Max, I feel that's a good compliment too.
Yeah.
My problem is I was going in and out of it. I must have went in and out of this thing like 8 times, just coming out, circling right back into it, not getting more than about 20 feet away from it. After about the 10th, about the 7th, 8th time, I was getting dizzy. Like I told the Giants, man, I'm to stop doing this. I'm getting dizzy because all I was doing was serpentining in and out, and I was going around trees, coming right back under, coming back out around trees, and cutting it real close.
Here's the one I did this morning at sunrise.
Not as much wind today.
No. But it was only 34 degrees when I was down there.
Yeah, that was cold.
Cold. Yeah. I think we're just a little bit higher than that. Not a lot, but a little bit.
Sun is just out there down below the horizon.
Would have made it better if it would have been coming up.
5 degrees, so that'll be about 40-ish, I think. Echo, what's 5 degrees centigrade in Fahrenheit?
5 degrees Celsius is 41 degrees Fahrenheit.
I'm
41.
gonna change my Siri to that voice.
Hmm?
I'm gonna change I'm gonna change my Alexa to that voice.
You see the sun just barely peeking over right there.
Yeah. I'm glad none of my neighbors are Australian or English with that accent. I get nothing done.
And I'll show you the one I did last night. This was at nighttime with the Air 2S because it was so windy. I didn't dare take the my night.
The hotel.
Yeah. Let's see, screen share, share screen. Okay. As you can see, it's a little fuzzy, but not bad.
Yeah.
Well, I tried cleaning the USB socket on my RC with a proper brush for doing that, and it's still not wanting to charge up. So I might have to get a couple more cables and try them. Should have some somewhere. Well, there should be one in me Mini 3
Yeah, I can tell
case.
that wind's blowing. Look at it.
Yeah.
Got the flag going towards the ship. Should be going the other way.
This is just after sunset.
If it doesn't start charging up, I'm going to have to get in touch with DJI.
But you can see the flags are still lofting pretty good, not as bad as it was.
I
Yeah,
can't even see where the flags are.
yeah, it's probably about 28 right there, 30.
Morning, guys.
Morning, Lance.
Morning, Lance.
Morning.
Not flying this morning. It's pouring down rain.
Well, that ain't good.
Yeah, it's raining here. Not pouring down, but drizzling.
I'm doing my movie this weekend, and I was hoping to get a couple drone shots, but it's supposed to rain all weekend.
Morning, Frank.
Hey, Jody.
Jody's hanging in there. He must be working because he becomes Frank when he's working, I think. And
It's when he uses his phone.
yep. And here comes Donald.
Hi, Don.
Hi, guys.
Hello, Donald.
Morning, Donald. Morning, Mark. Morning, Joe. Morning, Paul. Did I miss anybody?
Nope. Lance is on
Nope.
the spot.
What up,
Where are you
Don?
headed, Lance?
Oh, I'm headed to work.
Jody?
Okay.
Yeah, about 5 minutes away.
But it's rainy there, right?
Yeah, it's raining. I was, of course, I hope to fly on the way into work every day, but not today.
Donald, how's the
right.
weather your way?
Told me.
What?
In St. Louis.
It's drizzly today.
Mm.
Yeah,
I was
keep it.
hoping to get out, but
Fly the arch.
yep, I was
Yeah.
gonna go fly the arch.
How many hours away is that? 3?
Maybe between 3 and 4. Yeah.
So you're closer to the Kansas City. You're closer to Kansas City than St. Louis. Is that right?
By a little bit, but not a lot. Kansas City's up at the top of the state, and I'm all the way at the bottom. And St. Louis is at the far east of the state, and I'm all the way to the west.
Gotcha. Okay.
If you look at the state and see where population is not,
Yeah.
That's where
actually,
you
I
at.
think we're like the 4th largest metropolitan area in the state, 4th or 5th, something like that. But
What's the main highway that goes north-south there?
north-south, where I'm at would be 71.
71.
And does 90 run through the state at all? East-west?
No, I-70 is the one, the big one.
Yeah. But east to west, I-90 goes from Seattle to Boston.
Our big east to west in our state is I-44.
Gotcha. Little known fact, all highways going east to west are even numbers,
Yep.
all highways going north and south are odd numbers.
Hmm.
Yeah, I-90 lets off at the Seattle Safeco Field, or now they're calling it T-Mobile Park, which is the baseball field. So it ends right there, and it goes all the way to Boston.
T-Mobile sucks.
No, Avada 2 sucks.
Joe gets a big grin on his face every time he hears you say that.
I'm going to do my before you buy video today.
All our oldest major
So stay tuned.
motorways.
It's gonna go viral with about 3 views.
All our major motorways that are the older ones are single figures, like the M1, the M2, up to the M9. And then the ones that run off it, so you might have a motorway going to the side of the M6 from the M6. You've got like the M60, the M61, the M62, and anything going off the M62, like going up to Leeds, is the M627. So from the first number, you can tell whereabouts the other ones are picked up.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I-90 is the one I took across South Dakota.
And it does not run through Missouri. Is that
No.
Is that
No, it's north of Missouri.
gotcha?
Now you've got a daughter out there, right, Donald?
Up in Iowa.
Iowa.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm at the rock pile.
The rock pile.
And there's one car in the parking lot. He gets here early, but he comes from Lacey, which is about 40 minutes south of here.
He drives into work every day?
Yeah, this guy does. Yeah, but I'm 35 minutes from work, so
Oh, okay.
he's a little further, and he's got to fight traffic, and I don't. I go opposite traffic. He goes with traffic. So
Well, I would imagine where you live with all the
Better.
different waterways going in different directions, it's not like a direct line of sight, you know?
And that's the problem with Seattle traffic is, there's no land to the west of us, so, Seattle's right there on the water, and, the highways suck. Our traffic is terrible.
We used to have a landscape architect at work who used to drive into Manchester from North Wales. It used to take him about an hour and a half to get to work every day. Unfortunately, one day he came head on with a wagon and ended up being killed. So,
You tell the most heartwarming stories.
I know.
I'm thinking that.
Yeah, it's very uplifting, isn't it? Yeah, Donald.
I mean, I woke up this morning and I thought, what could I listen to that be inspiring today? And I thought I could listen to some Beethoven, or you know what? I could actually Vivaldi would be more uplifting. I can watch a feel good sitcom, and then I thought, no, I'll log on to the internet and listen to Mark tell just the most horrific stories. But he says it with a friendly accent, so friendly voice and accent, and he giggles a little bit when he's saying it. Makes it a little creepy. Okay, yeah. Wait, actually, Mark, tell some more horrific stories, because I'm sitting here now watching with you giggling, and you're sitting there with your bald head, the fish tank behind you. You look like a Bond villain.
Oh, thanks. I'll go and get the cat and hold it in my arms while I'm selling it.
Oh, no, not cat. We're talking a new Bond villain. You got your fishies.
Well, Bloomfield had fish as well.
Did he? Yeah, I guess he did.
But were they piranhas?
Yeah.
Mm.
Got any more horrific stories for us?
Oh. Probably, but
He sees. Did you hear what he said, Donald? He says, "Oh, probably I've got more."
mm,
Everything in Lance's pocket.
Yep, you're in my pocket, sorry. Had a couple things I had to bring in and didn't
We
have
hear things
time.
getting set down and movement and stuff. Okay, we have the Bond villain telling the most horrific stories. You were the henchman. You were obviously building some device of torture.
Okay,
He's
so
carrying.
in my movie this weekend, tonight they reveal the 4 things we have to put in the movie.
Oh, you're
Donald?
doing one of the film contests, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna email you the 4 things. Or are you on Facebook,
Me?
Donald? Yeah.
Yes, I'm on Facebook.
I don't know if I'm friends with. I don't know if I'm friends with you. Or not.
Oh, don't bother sending me a friend request. I'll deny it.
I figured. Look me up and friend me. And I will send you the 4 things that we get. Maybe you can give us ideas as well. If you want to.
The thing about Facebook, I don't use Facebook hardly ever, except for Messenger.
Yeah.
And I didn't used to use that until everybody online just kept on saying, "Hey, are you on Facebook?" All the drone guys said, "Hey, are you on Facebook?" Okay, yes, I have a Facebook account. I'll make sure I have Messenger installed.
yeah, my sister.
Or send me your email, one or the other, and I'll. We always like to spread the wealth, and even we've had a guy film from New York and send us what we wanted one year. A buddy of ours, he was traveling. We said, "Hey, we need this. Can you go out and get it?" And he did, and we put that in our movie. So, we always like to spread the wealth as much as we can because it is a kick in the pants. It's a lot of fun, and we.
All right, I just added you as a friend.
Okay, perfect.
I'm assuming that's you. It says we have 9 mutual friends.
I would think that was me. Yep. There's not too many Lance Cadenas in the world.
I'm friends with another Mark R. White in Australia.
Mark White's a little more popular, I think.
I don't think there's all that many of us, but there are a few, I suppose.
There aren't too many Donald Dosses.
No, that is true.
I wanted to get the
Thank God.
I wanted to get the domain a few years back, and some preacher had it.
I don't think I've ever seen that surname anywhere before.
Desmond Doss, decorated war hero, pacifist.
Decorated war hero,
It-
pacifist. That's
If you look the movie Hacksaw Ridge, I think it was,
Yeah.
was about Desmond Doss.
Where does the name originate?
I believe it is German.
Yeah, it
Like a
sounds
DAWs.
that way.
Hmm?
It sounds that way. No, with a double S, it would be DOS.
Yeah. I know that in
But
UK, to DOS is to just sleep somewhere.
That's right. If you DOS down, you're
Yeah,
sleeping out.
I'm just gonna find a spot and just take it and crash. Yeah. But
I got three dogs taking a Dawson. Dawson.
But the S, if it was written in German, would be a Fluss S, which means a flowing S, and it's more like capital B.
yes, dondos.com is still same guy, same website, nothing's been touched since 2013.
How many subscribers does he have?
I don't know, this is a website.
Oh, his website. Does he have any content on his website?
He's just got his one page,
Uh,
and his visitor count for the lifetime of the page is 9,000.
so it's probably a whole bunch of people looking for you.
It's Austin, and I'm here with some.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could well be. Yeah, 8,998 people were actually looking for you.
Yeah, they're saying we got him now. Oh, damn.
And it looks like it was built in Microsoft Office and then just exported as HTML.
Hey, Rand, it's Austin. I'm here with some information on.
I did my original website when I did one, which was for the golf club, using Dreamweaver.
I use Dreamweaver as well. And I had one years and years ago about my fly traps. I called it Gordon Sims Collective because the character Venus Flytrap from WKRP, his character's real name was supposed to be Gordon Sims.
All right.
You learned that when the military showed up because he had gone AWOL or something.
Yeah.
One of the episodes. Okay.
Can you guys hear me? Hello?
Mhm.
I think
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay. Let me just switch over to my computer off of my phone.
A little muffled, but we hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. In Premiere, I went to open. I had a linked comp in After Effects and Premiere, and I went to open it instead of saying open original. I clicked replace with After Effects composition. So now I gotta go through all that.
Oh dear.
Gotta wait for this to cancel. Good. Error. Of course there's an error. Come back in here now. Edit original.
Paul, have you flown yet?
What's that?
Did you go fly any ships yet this morning?
Yes, I got one at just at dawn. And I got the one last night after sunset.
Do you put an extra strobe on it when you're doing it at night?
Yeah, I've got strobes.
Mm.
I use the fly what the little strobes that have their own little battery and use the Velcro them on.
Little firehouse.
Yeah.
Firehouse. Yeah, that's what I've got. I've never used it
I wanted to
in
say
anger
firefly,
yet.
but no.
Yeah. I've never actually flown at night yet.
Yeah, the night one was pretty dark, but it still turned out okay, you know.
Mm. Yeah, because I mean, if you've ever watched any of mine, you'll probably notice that I normally take off from my back garden next to my willow tree. And in darkness, you can't see those little branches.
No, and those willows hang down. They want to grab you.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Especially when it's about 60 feet tall.
Here's the night one. I'll show it to you guys real quick. I'll speed through it.
And I guess it's when you look down at it, its footprint covers at least a third of the garden.
Which drone are you flying there, Paul?
The Air 2S. Because it was so windy, there was no way I was going to put the hotel up.
Mm-mm. I was just gonna say I'm noticing a little more noise than usual in your night shot.
Yeah, the Nano would have been much better.
Yep, and your blacks are a bit crushed, but I mean you have to.
Mm.
But not bad. But definitely a lot more noise than the hotel.
Yep.
Yeah, although it's got a 1-inch sensor, it's a 2.8 rather than the 1.8 of the hotel, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
Or the 1.7 of the Mini 3.
So that's just at dusk.
Yeah, after sunset. Yep. As you can see, it's pretty dark a lot of places.
Mm. Yeah, but the sky's still a little bit light. So the sun hasn't gone down very far.
Heading out into the lake here.
The lights under the bridge are bright, aren't they?
Yes. Then the one I did this morning, I'll give you guys a little shot at that. That was the H. Lee White.
They
Yeah,
look quite good. Those little, the small, darker parts to the clouds make it look a little more substantial.
Stop it with that growling at me.
Here's the one, Donald, the same drone this morning.
Like growling out.
You're
But it
getting
was
growling, Joe. I'm getting
just
snoring.
before sunrise. In fact, sunrise is on.
Be right back.
Yeah, much better. Of course, you're also got a little more light in the sky too. Yeah.
Mm. Pretty dismal looking sky though there.
Oh no, there's some haze, but
Mm.
most of that's just blown out blue sky, it looks like.
Well, it looks sort of whitey grey to me, like it's just an overcast.
Yeah,
total
you can see the clouds
cover.
in the background. I'm thinking a lot of that is blue sky that is just being. It might be haze.
See, the sun is just about to rise over there to the east.
Paul, were the skies clear or was it hazy?
Yeah, a little hazy, but yeah, clear.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Mm. Mm. Would you have left it like that, Don, or would you have brought the blues up a little then?
I would have done just what Paul has done there because the subject is the boat, not the sky.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to make those trade-offs.
Yeah.
Especially in when you got just a little bit less light than what you would like to have.
You'll get it
Well-
when it pans by here. You'll still get a look at where the sun is.
Yeah.
It's just going to be coming over.
Oh,
the
I can see exactly where the sun is from seeing where the sun's hitting the boat.
Mm.
There it is,
Right there. If you were
Do you do-
after that early morning heading out type look, I might go ahead and decide to crush the blacks. And that's the thing. He's getting an overview of the ship, and the ship is the subject, so that's why you do that. If I was going for a feeling of the early morning, I might go ahead and crush the ship down to a silhouette and get that sunrise. So you'd have the water, the sunrise coming up, and the silhouette of the boat in front of the sunrise. I might do something like that if I was aiming for a shot. But that's the thing, that if you're aiming for a shot, it's kind of hard to grab one and decide on the fly.
Yeah.
And Paul is there to shoot the ship, not the feeling or the
Yeah.
sunrise or.
Main focus. Yep.
Well, what do you do when you're editing, Paul? Do you just sort of like shadows and highlights and no color correction,
Yeah,
or what?
Yep. I use Movie Maker.
Why, man?
Yeah, man.
Hey,
Hello, Joe.
Hello, gents. Look at me haircut. Look at me haircut.
yeah.
Hey, look at this. I got a haircut too.
Oh, you Don, you done
Me and Joe are looking spiffy today.
Hey, Don, it must have been national haircut the other day. I got this done this morning.
Mark got a haircut.
Look at Mark.
too.
Look at Mark.
Yeah,
He got a new wax.
He's got
I had a
your-
shave yesterday. I shaved my beard off.
I didn't trim this off. I didn't trim this off. I should have.
I took mine off.
That's the thing.
Anyway, back to you, Dave.
Kind of hard to grab one and decide on the fly. And Paul is there to shoot the ship, not the feeling or the sun.
All right, I think that's you, Joe. You've got the
you've
YouTube in the
on?
background.
Yeah. Because we're listening to something we said about.
I was
2
like,
minutes
who's that
ago.
talking in the background? Somebody's talking about
Yeah, you got-
shooting
Yeah.
something, and I realized it was me.
Joe, what time you gotta go?
Late this afternoon.
Late this afternoon.
Leave
Okay.
around 12.
Joe's gotta drive quite a distance to go do is it a real estate shoot or what?
Yeah, it's a real estate shoot.
Oh yeah, you got that house over the other side
Yeah,
of the
it's
lake.
about-
You said, yeah.
About 34 miles.
Oh, that's not far.
It's not fun. It's just time consuming.
It's not. It's
Like I
not
said, I-
easy-
I
it's
drove
not a
40
It's not a straight 34 miles, right?
Oh, yeah. But,
You
well,
gotta-
23.9 is directly over the lake on that long bridge. And then when I get to West Esplanade, the rest of it is straight again. So it's like straight, take a right, straight.
I said I drove 40 minutes yesterday to shoot for half an hour and then 40 minutes back. So,
Yeah. Well, that's about
See,
what I
we-
got today.
yeah.
We
About a
class
15, 20
35
minute
miles as being quite a long way.
But I tell you what I'm doing. I've got the Vada 2, which is great, Lance. It's coming with me, and the Mavic 3. And I'm gonna do the Mavic 3 for the shoot. And I might do some low stuff with the Avada, depending on if he wants it. And because all he wants right now is just the top down shots. And then I'm gonna leave there, and there's a place called Taco Tico down the street. I'm going hit.
Are you
I'm
gonna get
hit that
Sancho?
place. Oh yeah,
That's, I
Leave the
Taco
Avada
Tico was
Tico.
my first job.
Taco
we don't
Tico.
have-
I love that place.
We don't have any Taco Ticos around here anymore, but
Yeah, this is
yeah,
the last one in Louisiana.
we
And
we
it's
got a
close
couple
by,
over in
but they got
Kansas.
now, if I don't go there, I'll stop at Three Amigos. There's another place called Three Amigos,
Mhm.
and it used to be a Ponchos.
Okay.
It's the same people that worked for Ponchos, so it's the same food like Ponchos has. And it's you go in and being a senior citizen cost me like $7, and it's all you can eat. You get your stuff, go sit on your plate, raise your little flag, and they say, "What do you want?"
Yep. And they bring back
And
over
if
that.
I go do that, I'm through. I got to come back home.
Yeah, because you're not doing
Might
it.
not
You're
even
not
make it
gonna.
back home. Be sleeping.
Mad Props Media.
And if you're downhill, you can just roll home.
Mad
You're right.
Props Media. Don says you look like
the Avada in the trunk.
you look like Bill Pullman.
I get that a lot, mainly because of my good looks. I'm presidential, like the final scene of Independence Day.
Yeah.
See Justin hanging out, but he don't want to come on. Intimidation.
But yeah, Taco Tico was my first job, and I used
I
to.
remember.
That was back when it was like 3 tacos for $1, and I'd put my $5 down and have my lunch break, have 15 tacos on my lunch
Justin.
break.
Yeah.
Because I was what, 17, 18?
Now, let me tell you about Ponchos though. We used to go to Ponchos, and my cousin Bobby and and Louis D'Amico, which was my sister's boyfriend, and my brother. As soon as we sit down, and he said he's going there for noon, so I might have to go earlier. What I was gonna say, we get in there and we get up, we go and get one of everything, sit down, and I'd raise my flag. As soon as I sat down, by the time she got to me, I was finished. So we go through, we see how fast we could eat. That's what we were doing. And we go through about 3 plates of it. And my brother tried to keep up with us, and he was 8 years younger than me, right? And he's sitting there trying to keep up with us with the family and everything. And all of a sudden he gets sick. And Ponchos had a plate that was like a little bevel plate, and it was about that deep. And he just reached over real quietly and went in the plate, and it was a nice little form fit, perfect, you know. And I mean, and
Mark, can you
my
go back to
cousin-
telling horrific stories? Because that was worse.
Yeah, wait, my cousin Paula, real horrific. I mean, she's real proper, you know, real proper. She looks over and she says, "Kirk, what were you eating? What was that?" We all like to die when she said that.
Yeah. What did that used to be?
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
Well,
I get the visuals way
dinner-
too much on that because I remember sitting in a bar one night and I had my head down. I knew that if I stood up into his last call, it was like turn the lights, everybody's out, and I was like, if I move, I'm gonna throw up. And they're like, but we got to go. I'm like, if I move, I'm gonna throw up. We gotta go. I'm like,
Yeah.
fine. I lifted my head up, reached for the nearest glass, filled it up, set it down, reached for another one, filled it
About,
up, set it down. All right,
two.
let's go.
Yeah.
Oh God.
The Avata 2 looks
One good reason it sucks right here. Look at this. I can't even hold it. It's like holding a toothpick. You know, this feels like it's got some substance.
If he's gonna hold on to something, he wants it to be girthy. He wants some girth and meaty. He wants a girthy, meaty controller.
That's right.
And veiny. He wants a girthy, meaty, veiny controller.
This one is slippery. This one is slippery.
Yeah, you need some texture. You want some veins and get some texture.
Clip it. You know Justin's clipping in the background.
Oh, Justin sucks. But that is one reason why the Avata 2 sucks. Is this thing is so tiny.
how many reasons are you up to?
44.
But you do notice he carries it with him everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
Under his arm, like, my precious.
Yeah, this thing is just terrible.
Well, have you seen in the quick start guide on DJI's website for the Avata 2 drone only? It shows you how to bind it to the Goggles 2 and the Goggles Integra.
Yeah, I saw that. See,
But you
and
can
when I
only
saw
use-
that,
You can only use it with them with the motion controller too.
yeah, and when I saw that, guess what I did? I pulled my Avata 1 off of eBay when I saw that.
So you
So
could
I'm
keep
waiting.
the
I'm
Integra.
gonna wait and see to what they do with these things. Because like I said, if I could use the goggles to go back on the Avata 1, it's gonna be fine. If we're gonna see. If they're talking about in a month, both sets of goggles are gonna work with both drones.
Very
Well,
touchy.
I don't know whether
You don't
Because-
like the goggles either, Lance?
No, because every time I put them on, like I'll start to fly, you know, and I like to fly with it up here to take off. And then as soon as I put them on, these are so sensitive now that it changes all the menus. I mean, you know, I pull it on and I've got, you know, menus on, you know, it's just not, you know, it's too sensitive here, as opposed to the old goggles. You had to practically give yourself a headache to change anything, right? And these are like, you know, you blow on them and it changes the menu.
Is it my side or not?
Okay, mine's going to be a very thorough review.
But yeah, the Motion 3 actually talks to the goggles, doesn't it? And then the goggles
Right.
send the signal to the drone.
The goggles are the ones sending the signals now,
Yeah.
whereas before it was both.
Mine's going to be
Yeah.
a very thorough review.
Which is why it won't work. The Motion 3 won't work with the Goggles 2 or the Integra because the chipset's different and they won't talk to each other.
The goggles are the ones sending the signals now, whereas before it was both.
What's happened, John?
We're still getting echo.
John, something's happened, John. I'm trying to get this on, but it's YouTube playing reverb. I can't do it, man. I did a long time ago, but I cured it. I've got to think now how I want to fix this. So YouTube, right, let's get that on, right. Let's get that on full screen. Subscriptions. Let's go subscription. Large it.
Delete that.
See?
The easiest way is just to listen through Zoom and mute
Listen.
YouTube.
Ah,
Flower
got it.
people say.
That, I've got it. Oh, maximize. I think I have. Hello, lads. Can you hear us all right there?
Yeah.
Is that better? The echo's gone.
I don't know, because when you talk, there's no echo because it's you that's talking.
Yeah. No, it's
We
what
got
it is.
thunder.
I had to do
Well-
a battery change on me tower.
I
but it's-
can't hear any echo now.
Right. Thank you, Mark. Anyway, I'll leave it back to you, to your chat, gentlemen. Hi, Lance. How we doing, son? Anyway, hi, everybody. Happy haircut day of the day. Donald's got it done. Tristar had it done. What a coincidence, Alice.
You can see the intense concentration on everybody's face trying to understand what you're saying, Joe.
Just look at the flag behind us, then you'll understand it. That's only for
Hey,
the
Mark.
people. That's for the
Mark.
that flag's there for the naughty people. That's what you do if you're a naughty person on anybody's channel. There's my own people. That flag's there to tell you to do what you have to do.
Mm.
I
It's
went
the
on.
same-
I went on Joe's site the other night when
Same
he
one
had like
Tim's
6
got
people
behind
on.
him.
Hey, Joe, Doc, Captain Joe.
Yeah, I
was
stopped
just-
on your live stream the other night. There was 6 of y'all, and y'all were all talking. I sat
Yeah.
there for about 3 seconds, couldn't understand the words. I got off.
Oh, it goes that fast, man. Was it? That must have been Matt. I had a load of people on there, man. There was people who wanted to get on, and I only got 6.
Yeah, everybody was talking at once, and it was like every time I thought I could get a word, some other word would jump in there and just mess it completely up.
It happens. Unfortunately, it happens. Unfortunately, it does happen. So I'm going to be quiet and let you gents talk
Yeah,
amongst yourselves until
But
I'm
they do
spoken.
say that Geordie is the most friendly accent in the UK, right?
That's
It's also
correct.
hard to understand. Yes.
I know it's not the friendliest accent. It's just that everybody just smiles and nods their head.
Yeah.
I don't know
So
what's
what you're
going
saying-
on.
Cozy. Way I.
He just told me to piss off. I didn't understand a word of it, but
Tune in next week, folks, and we'll learn you how to speak Geordie.
So, Dan, what you're saying is you don't understand the sarcasm.
Yeah.
If anybody can be sarcasm, you come.
Do you
I'll come on the red channel.
Hey, do you remember the advert back in the day for crisps that was it Gary Lineker did?
It was Gary Lineker. Before that was the two lads that come up with the newspaper thing, and they went up that building that it was called the Dunstan Rocket.
The canny bag
Oh,
of Judah.
Canny bag of crisps, this Tudor crisps,
The
aye.
canny bag of Judah.
Tudor
Yeah.
crisps, man. Them were the best crisps. At least you know you got a full pack of them. Now you buy Walkers and there's nothing in them.
Well, there's now in any of them nowadays.
No.
Unless you buy the bigger packs, the sharing pack. You get £1.25 for that. Jeez.
How Mick, even when you look at them bag of crisps now, man, there's nothing in them. There's only just over half. But bigger flakes in potato crisps, right? There's nothing in them really when you think about it. It's just all air.
Back in the day, it used to be like 50 grams to a bag of crisps, and now it's
Aye.
about 30.
30 to 25 to 30 grams high. Disgusting, man. Same as chocolate. Remember Curly Wurlds used to be massive.
it's kind of like listening
not
to
like that.
auctioneers. You don't know what they're saying, but you catch a number every once in a while, and you're like, "Yeah, I'll do that."
Yeah.
Every once in a while, you catch a number. Yeah, sure.
This world has gone mad. I'm telling you, this world has gone mad. Too many violence, too much thugs and drugs, and too much drugs. Right? I drink me beer, and that's the only drug. I smoke me roll-ups, and sex. That's only three things I have with me woman. Right? That's only three things I have. Cannabis, I can't stand anything like that. No. The whole thing is, everybody, there's too many people getting blasted out the head now. Too many loads out there, big people selling these drugs. Driving, I've seen a lad. He's like, he doesn't look a day over 19. Driving around in the top of the range BMW. He's never worked a day in his life. How does he afford one of them? I get it. It's wrong, man. People used to work hard when I used to work doing my CCTV. I couldn't even afford one of them, man. And I just grabbed my balls up weekends, emergency call-outs and everything, man. And I still couldn't afford one. By the time you paid your bills and your rent and your mortgage to use or gas, electricity, right? TV license.
I think work ethic has slipped, and it had the other night. Maybe I just got older, and I remember myself having more work ethic than I had. But the other night, my wife and I went to Wendy's because they had a new frosty flavor that she wanted to try, the orange something or other. And so instead of dinner, we went there and got ourselves a couple small ice creams. But the guy in the back, he's just kind of moping around, has his headphones in his ears.
Excuse me, gentlemen.
And so he's listening to his music or whatever he's listening to while he's supposed to be working. There's fries all over the floor in the kitchen near the fry station, and he's just kind of just standing there. It's like, grab a broom, sweep up. The customers can see right there. If it's in sight, it must be right. That's what Sam Walton used to say about Walmart. And so it's like, you got customers that are looking over the counter here. You better be sweeping that floor every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Nice. It's the thing. Paul, are you frozen or is that just you concentrating on printing? He always looks like he's frozen, doesn't he?
But then I was like, maybe I'm being too hard. Maybe I'm just old and remembering myself in the best light. I might have been lazy back then too.
Hey, Donald, you're only as old as what you feel. And I feel really old inside even though I look young. I try to make myself look young.
I know. You're only as old as you...
Because the silver was coming through my side road. I was getting too rough.
They say that you're only as old as you feel, but my wife won't let me go around feeling 18-year-olds.
So what? Yeah. No matter how much I try to hide it, I
feel
old.
You're old as a woman, you feel.
Look at this, man. I should trim this up, but I thought, no, I'll keep it. I keep it trimmed, you see. I don't like to have a big, massive beard. No.
21-year-olds are better, Don.
Yeah. I said 18-year-old, and I felt creepy when I said it, because it's really... I was like, I wouldn't want to if I could.
I give them about 3 more years to ferment.
That's perfect right over here because it's legal at 16.
No, I say they don't grow up until they're 30.
Mark, so what? If only I was 25 again. If only.
Well, about 20 years earlier than men grow up.
I would like to be. This day and age now, the way things are going, I wouldn't like to be young again.
Yeah, maybe.
I wouldn't want to live this life again. Not the way teenagers are going about stabbing each other and things, all this crime and that's going on. Nah. I wouldn't like to be young again. I'm happy where I am. 3 more years and I'll be 60. And if I reach that far,
so let me go.
Touch wood, I will. You know what I mean?
Oh, I gotta get around. I got a meeting to go to here in a few minutes. Well, an hour.
Yeah, that's a few minutes.
Active.
It's
what
less than an hour.
Donald, what time is it over there now?
It is 9 o'clock where I'm at.
PM.
AM.
AM. Oh, 9 o'clock. Oh, so you're just starting your day.
Yeah. I just had couple glasses of orange juice, and I'm having my coffee.
Now, orange juice, I like my coffee first thing. I take my tablets with water, and I'll have a glass of orange juice.
Hmm.
I'm keeping off chocolate at the minute because every time I eat chocolate, I like it. But it's starting to give us a bad tummy, so I don't have tummy problems again. I'm keeping off chocolate.
Heal for
First
breakfast.
thing, I used to wake up and it was just coffee. That's all I had, coffee. But I've taken to last few months. I wake up and I drink water first.
Right.
I'll drink a
I
couple
always have
glasses
water.
of water first, and then
Yeah.
I make my coffee. 'Cause that's going to take a few minutes, and I get around do stuff, and I don't have my
Oh.
coffee until maybe half hour after I hour after I wake up.
I always have my water first. Anyway, back to you. I'll let you chat because I've chatted enough.
I'm just going to
Yeah,
say,
shut up.
I always have a
Just tell us, man, Donald. Just tell us. You shut up.
Hey.
Carry on, gentlemen, as you were.
couple of cups of tea first. I was going to say I'll leave my coffee till the afternoon, but seeing as I don't get up until the afternoon, that doesn't quite work.
I like me coffee first thing. After me water, I like me tablets. I like a nice drink of water, and then that's it. Coffee, and then coffee, biscuits, coffee, and then when it gets to a certain time, I hit the drink, don't I?
I like my coffee later in the day, so that helps me keep awake to watch the live streams at night.
Anyway. No fear, everybody. I don't need to go disappear for snooker the day. I've just watched it there. Ronnie O'Sullivan's
Very
on the next
descriptive,
stage.
Mad Props. Very descriptive.
Anybody who watches it. I'm sorry about the other day, Paul, for me leaving so early. I apologise for that, but snooker, I like to keep up with that. So I apologise to Paul and all you gentlemen. How speak, man, before I yap.
Joe, you are here to break the silence. You need to.
I think Paul must
The rest of us are in the middle of doing stuff, and we just kind of.
Me too. I'm answering questions right now.
I'm sending off emails and stuff.
It's too early in the morning to say this joke, but I better not, because there's children present.
Yeah, I'm answering questions and chats and on comments.
I'm writing my script. I'm up to 86 reasons.
I'll have to open the screen up again.
86 regions.
Reasons.
Reasons he hates the
reason as a reason. There's a reason. That's the one. Hi, chat. Everybody in chat. I'm not going to type in because there's too many years. Silence from the golden boy.
Thank you, Joe. That's going to be in my head now.
There's a reason. He knows it. Donald knows that song. See, I knew he'd get it. Brilliant song back in the day, man. That. How are the Donald? Not competition, but who sang it?
Let your
love who?
Like mountain stream.
Oh, wait, Donald, who sang it?
I don't know.
I will Google it. I know he's going to Google it. I'm not going to tell you. I'll tell you if it's right. Tomorrow, Mr. Knopfler, Mark is doing a live stream. It's just about like his hits and that what he's done, but he'd be in chat. So Mark Knopfler tomorrow.
Wait, what? That was Mark Knopfler?
Mark Knopfler out of Dire Straits.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, he's doing a live stream tomorrow, 26.
Oh.
Yeah. I got the notification of him. No, it's a proper official Mark Knopfler channel.
Dire Straits was good, but I really liked his solo work. His what was the one that he did with Alison Krauss? that Alison Krauss? No.
Not exactly solo, then, is it?
No, that
No,
wasn't
no,
him.
because it's not solo. Solo means art. If you
Yeah,
sign up his channel,
it's not that. It's I got it
Collaboration.
confused with something else. It wasn't with her. I got two albums confused.
Martin Offlas, top boy, man. He's originally from Blythe, grew up in Whitley Bay. Another Geordie one. Another
Yeah.
Geordie lad.
He is. He's a Geordie. Yeah.
Well, he's
yeah.
not properly a Geordie because you got a bit.
Because the album I'm thinking of had the song "Why I Man" on it.
Why I? That
Yeah,
was
Why
the
I
name.
Man.
Why I Man. I'm lucky to get that name because you take Why I Man Joe, you'll see straight away on my channel. You'll see Mark Knopfler on. You'll see Gordon on there. Sting, you know. I've got lots of people on my channel. Geordie lads. Why I Man.
Well, Sting lives down near Coolcat.
Sting lives in Los Angeles now, I'll let you know.
Well, he's from near Coolcat in Salisbury.
Well, that's where his mansion is, but he doesn't live in his mansion anymore.
Rag Picker's Dream was the album.
I believe. Gordon lives in Los Angeles now. Sting. Gordon Matthew Sumner. That's his name.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know all about this, man. I know who I am now.
Yes.
Well, that's enough said that. I don't want to say it too much because people going, all right.
The Rag Picker's Dream. I haven't listened to that album in forever. But
Christ, man.
Quality Shoe was a great song off that too.
Oh, yes. Crocodile Shoes.
Quality Shoe.
Give me Neil Crocodile Shoes. Crocodile Shoes.
Actually, that entire album was great. I had that in my car after it came out. I listened to it on repeat.
I have never seen a crocodile wearing shoes.
No, it's a song though. It's good if you understand. Mainly, you cannot understand my Jode language, so me good ears listen to that. Only joking, guys.
And Crimson was another good album.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to go too deep about music now because people start following me and try to check up on people, and I just don't want to go there, you know what I mean? But I'll just give you a little hint.
I need to go up and get my old iPod out, my little iPod Shuffle, and just put those two albums on it and listen to them. Because I do that with every once in a while. I'll get an idea. I'll get a hair up my butt, and it's like I want to listen to an album because it used to be you get an album and you would put it in your car and you would live with the entire album. Good songs, bad songs. You would live with the entire album for a week and you would listen to it on repeat, and you would experience the entire album. Now kids and me too. It's like you want to hear a song, you open up the Apple Music or you open up whatever, YouTube, anything, and you say, I want to listen to that song. You listen to that song, but you don't actually live with the entire album. So you miss out on those concept albums. Ammonia Avenue, great concept album that you kind of need the entire album. It's its own thing, but you don't get that anymore. You don't actually live with them. And so every once in a while, I'll get an idea in my head. I'll be like, I want to listen to that album again, and I'll put it on my shuffle. And that way I've only got the one, that shuffle has the one album on it.
Hey, here's a one for you. Should do like a competition sometime, Paul. Not to win anybody, but just like a questionnaire. I could give you loads of questions what people wouldn't even know. But then you're not cheating or not because they'll be Googling it. Right. What year? Here's the first question. Don't see any gentlemen in case you want to do this, ask people in the future. What year and what company brought out CDs? There you go.
That might be my meeting canceling.
I know who it was. And people would think, what? Yep. On a hi-fi CDs, were bought out years ago, but the first company to bring a hi-fi out, a player a CD. What was the name
Hello,
of the company?
Kurt.
That would probably be Sony.
Mm-mm. Wrong, Mark. It was Philips.
Ah. Well, Philips brought first laser discs. I don't know
Yes.
about these.
CD, I was bought the lasers in school, but as far as I've checked right into how they work, I know how a CD works, I know how laser discs work, right? Obviously, electronic era. I know how they work and how it projects and reflects back in the laser eye. It was Philips.
Mm.
Not many people know that.
I suppose it makes sense because the CD came after the laser disc.
Mm-hmm. Sony were on it. But Philips were the first people that started selling out there to the public. That's as far as I know, and I've done research on this. And it's always
Laser
come from Philips.
were out in the late 70s.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, like karaoke, because laser discs are like karaoke discs. I knew straight away them were going to take a hit. I see, oh, last a few years. But me being old stuff like electronics, and I used to be a DJ, you can't replace vinyl records. You cannot replace by CD. You know, it's them little crackles that gives you the emphasis in music. Now, the little crackles, even in your records or your albums, it's just something about it is totally different. You're not like listening to a digital kind of signal waveform. And I had two. When I was a DJ, I had two big sets. Not these Technics separate ones. It was built-in consoles. They were called Citronic, right? And I had two of them. I had an Avon, Citronic Avon, and I had a Citronic Hawaii, right? And you're talking about 200 watts per side, which for 100 watts, nice, be great, you know what I mean? But any venue put there, people gone stupid, man. They want like kilowatts. Ain't good for you. Ain't good for you, right? At all. And that's why I bought my Bose speakers. And I've got big speakers in the sitting room then. But I use my Bose at customers. And some people go, but it's lacking the high end. Depends what you listen through Bose. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The keyboard comes through clear enough. All the hi-hats, you know, when I do drums, comes out clear as day. But it depends on the way people put it across YouTube, recording levels, and then sometimes you get tuning again. That sounds crap. It's a way it's clear. It's a clear signal straight into your PC, and then you get the sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my big speakers are JMOs.
JMOs.
Mm.
Oh, right, I know them.
JMO 265.
All right.
My big speakers that I had here were Roland.
The Jamos. I know what them are. I used to have a set. No, my friend used to have a set of them. They were on casters. He used to have a 10-inch bass unit and a tweeter and a horn at the top.
Yeah, it's about 3 foot tall. About.
Yeah. Oh, well, is yours on casters? Because that'll give me an idea.
No, it's not. I've got them on spikes.
All right. You've got to have your spikes. Got to have your spikes, man.
Mm.
I'm going to tell you guys something. Here, you want to know what I hate worst about clients making changes?
Mm-hmm.
When they're right.
Donald.
So he's told you that something in the advert should be different, and you think,
it's like,
yeah,
damn it, you're right. Damn it.
You're right. Yeah, I tell you one thing, when you argue with a woman, even when they're wrong, they're right.
Oh yeah, they're right.
Argue with a woman because they're always right. Women are always right, even when they're wrong. So don't go down that street.
Blur.
Is it an easy fix though?
Not to a woman, it isn't. Them are always
That-
right.
That sound is not particularly.
It's not a super easy fix, no, but I can do it.
Yeah. Trying to work out a woman's brain is not an easy fix neither. How are you, Paul? What's the matter? You're quiet, sir. Oh, he's busy.
Dang it, Joe!
Yep.
The song's in my head.
That's me in the corner. How well then, Donald?
That's me. Okay, that's a different song. That's REM.
That's correct. Good one. Good song.
I loved REM back in the day.
Oh.
If
You
you
see,
ever have
all
you ever
this
heard of the
modern-
Indigo Girls?
Yes, yes.
Their first album
Oh,
has REM, like Michael Stipe sings back.
That's correct, that's correct,
Background
yeah.
vocals and
Yeah.
what's the other guy's name?
oh. You're trying to wreck
Buck,
my
Peter
brains
Buck.
now.
Peter Buck plays some instrumentation on the Indigo Girls album as well, and it's a great. If you like REM, check out Indigo Girls.
Indigo Girls. I will check them out.
And it was their first album. What was the name
Excuse
of
me?
that album?
Oh, yeah. Them were good, man. See, all this modern stuff now you hear, man. It's all gibberish. It's like, I can't, like he's trying to understand me. You can't understand. No, I used to like the proper music back in them days. 90s,
Actually, I believe it was their
80s.
second album that they were on, which was their eponymous album, because Strange Fire was first.
Hello, good evening to you, sir. I am going for a
Drake?
cigarette. I won't be long. Hello, sir. How we doing?
Well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I saw the
Rites of
pop in.
Passage
Since
was good too.
Oh,
Don
you're
was
chilling.
born, everybody.
I hope you're chilling out, young man.
Hey,
Right, I'm
Dre,
going for a
how's it
cigarette.
going?
I'll be back in a minute.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, Dre.
Howdy. How we doing, Mark? I didn't mean to scare Joe off.
Oh, he's just gone outside for a smoke.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Donald can do that to people.
Yeah. Justin hasn't come in at all today. He's scared of Donald.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
as well he should be.
I've been waiting for Lance all day to say something about my printer so I could show him what I did last night. I went online and I found a
Hey,
triangle.
Hey, Joe, your printer's sitting idle.
Okay, look. Last night I went and found a triangle, right? A little triangle, right?
Yep.
What I did is I said, you know what? I could do something with that. So I resized it. So now it fits the Avada 2 props.
Oh, nice.
Got a little top.
Now, does it hold
That way.
4 or only
So,
1?
well, how many can you put
All,
in
it
there?
holds 4. 4 with the
Okay,
screw.
yeah,
With
so
the
I
screw.
made
All
2.
right.
yeah.
So that way I don't have to worry about tops being in the top of the props being the top of that bag and maybe breaking.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives me
And
a set of props.
that's good. Now I have list number 89. That triangle doesn't fit in the bag. The Avada 2
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. You push it in this way. You put it in this way and go straight down on the backside. Because I'm not going to buy the sticks.
Hey,
So
I
as
put
long
my
as I don't have
lunch
the
in
sticks in
there.
there, the triangle fits.
I put my lunch in there. It won't fit after I put my lunch in there.
Well, maybe that's why the Avada sucks, because you keep pouring milk in it. That's how they serve at schools now, right? Milk.
Ray, you missed it. Lance is a big booster of the Avada too.
I've been watching every live stream I've seen Lance say he puts the Avada 2 sucks.
Yeah.
So
He's
I have been watching.
release his new video on YouTube 100 reasons not to buy the Avata.
Well, I can say I made my smart choice already in what I purchased this year, but the Avata, a used one, or maybe, I don't know, Avata 2, the more I'm hearing things about it, I may have to break down and maybe purchase a basic package. I mean, I can't argue with the price point on it. I was thinking about trying to scoop up somebody's old Avata 1, but I don't know. People are getting a little wishy-washy. You know,
What do you mean by
I mean,
wishy-washy?
Was it Joe's
We haven't
wanted
negotiated yet.
don't pull the rug underneath me on the one I wanted to get from him, and and a few other folks is hawing back and forth and everything. So I don't know how much is the last one for his.
Wishy Washy was a character in the pantomime Aladdin.
Mm-hmm.
Lance isn't going to sell the Avata 1. He says it's better than the Avata 2.
Well, I was wondering what's he going to sell his Avata 2 for? Because I'm old school. Once it's used, it's used. I don't want to hear this near new stuff. I don't know what near new means. Near new. I see people say, oh, I want to sell my Mavic 3T near new, hardly used, only got 4 hours. I said, man, you know how much 4 hours is in drone flights? That's a lot. That's
10 batteries. Yeah.
4 hours. I said, when the average flight is only about 8 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You got 4 hours on there and it's near new.
Yeah, shoot, I've got the Avata 2 for a week and I got 25 flights on it.
Yeah, but how many hours is that?
I'd have to go back and look. That's all.
you have
It's
to go
not a
back
lot
and
of
look.
what I've been doing. Is I've been doing little 4 or 5 minute flights.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Average flight is, maybe 5 to 8 minutes tops. So somebody sitting trying to tell me, oh, it only has 4 or 5 hours on it. It's near new. I'm like, dude, who do you think you're selling to? It takes quite a bit to get to 4 or 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
It does.
and Lance likes that new hand controller too.
Oh, he loves the
Now,
motion.
Lance, does the Avata 2, does the new one, does it have like an integrated tape deck so you can listen to your Top Gun soundtrack while flying? If not, I would put that down as a list of bad things as well.
Thank you. I'm up to 94 now.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I mean, how are you supposed to how are you supposed to shoot gaps without Kenny Loggins in your head?
Not a tape deck. It's got to be an 8-track.
That's the Avata 1, right?
That's the one. That's the Avata 2.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Oh, that's the one?
Yeah. With a gimbal guard on it?
Yeah,
Lance, muted Lance.
Yeah, leave him muted. He's better this way.
You're muted, Lance.
I'm muted. Okay.
So Paul, I went ahead and ordered another Mavic 3E.
Gimbal guard.
Lance, what do you? How
7
much?
different props.
How much are you offering that to Dre for?
Just under $1 million.
Okay. let me check the ashtrays in my car and see if I got something in there.
Was that $1 million?
I've also got a case. I've got a gimbal or a GoPro attachment for the top. Actually, I put my Insta360 on there.
He'll have a little triangular case for the props when Joe sends him one.
Selling it for $800. I'll even throw in one of these things. Thanks, Joe.
I want a commission. Hey, Dre, 25 flights, 2 hours, 11 minutes, 15 seconds, 92,589 feet.
Yeah. So I'm saying 25 flights to get to 2 hours.
And that's in what, how many days? 14 days.
14 days. And you're flying daily. So when somebody try to tell me they got 4 hours on something, dude, you've been doing some flying.
Oh yeah, I've been flying.
Yeah. Now, unless you're doing work like I do with my drones, I can clock up 4 hours in about 3 jobs easily.
Mavic 3, you ready for this? 117 flights, 40 hours, total mileage, total feet, 1,279,248.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and it's going up today on a real estate shoot.
Yeah, so I went ahead and ordered another Mavic 3E. Did the smart thing.
Are you
What, you
checking
mean
out
you
any
weren't
fly
going
apps,
to buy
Joe?
a new one?
Well, no, I'd say I was looking at, well, the Avata would have been like a little side pickup. Now I was seriously looking at a Inspire 2 on eBay, and they wanted 2,600 for it. And I kept looking at it, and I said, you know what? Let's be smart here, make a business decision, and do what's going to actually allow you to make extra money potentially down the road if I need to, and buy another Mavic 3E. Because I'm about to retire my Phantom 4 RTK. So this will give me 2 drones that are capable of doing RTK and all that kind of stuff to work with the base station I have. And the Phantom, I'm retiring it, but it will be the backup.
I was gonna say you're retiring it. How does that feel? Because don't you just love that drone?
I love Phantoms. Oh yeah, I love them.
That Phantom that I used to fly, that's
Mhm.
still sitting over in the office over across the way.
Yeah.
It was a workhorse, and I still wish I had that drone.
Yeah, like I said, I have a total. I think I have 1, 2 in the backpacks, and I got another 2 in cases. So I got a total of 5 Phantoms, 1 RTK one, and the other one's a standard Phantom. I mean, they all fly and everything, but like I said, it's just the Mavic 3E is a more efficient and time saver while I'm out there working. It gets the job done a lot quicker, more efficiently, and I'm in and out.
That is true. The Phantom
that's
is
how you make money in this industry.
Yeah, the Phantom is a romantic. It's like I put hours on that thing, therefore I have put some of myself into it, and so I love it because some of myself went into that.
Yeah, I forgot whose show I was watching yesterday. Sometime I don't know if it was this show or maybe Doubles last night. Somebody's talking about the 180 feature on the Avata 2. I said, I can do a 180 drift with a Phantom.
Yeah.
I've done it plenty of time.
Yeah,
and
just
so when they showed that automated move, Avata 2, I was like, that's nothing new to me. I can do that manually with a Phantom.
Oh yeah, and I don't know about the I had the Pro controller, and I don't know, the sticks on it were just they had a lot of throw on them.
Yeah.
But there was no wasted space on them, so you didn't have dead spots. It was very tactile, very
very tactile and very smooth. And that way the drone reacted to your movement controller, very smooth. As I said, you can do a 180 drift with a Phantom because the controllers gives you enough play, and the drone reacts. It doesn't jerk. It just slowly drifts.
I had rented a Mavic 2 for a shoot, and I used it, and the one thing I didn't like about it is when I was flying it, it just felt like dead stick, go, and it had it did not have that.
That's what I tell people. The Mavic 2 Pro is very good for photographs and certain types of video because the sticks are very precise. When it moves, when you move those sticks, it moves and stop jerk. The Phantom drifts a little bit, gives you a little play.
Yeah, and it's
a very cinematic movement.
It is it moved the way you would feel like it should move.
Yes.
Whereas the Mavic 2 was a very mechanical feeling.
That is a very accurate way of putting it.
And I may have gotten spoiled on that control. I don't know. I haven't flown a lot of drones. What would you say about other drones? Are there any other DJI drones or DJI controllers that match that feeling?
I want to say the controllers, the Pro Plus for my M30T, it has the feel, but still the drone does not react from the way the Phantom does.
Yeah.
And that's why I say the controller is one thing, but how the actual drone, the camera reacts. Now I think I'm gonna do a video spoofing the Avata doing a bunch of 180 dress moves with a Phantom and post it. Says the Phantom 4 already had 180 drift 6 years ago.
Uh-huh. If you knew how to fly.
Yeah, that's why I tell people. I said, I am so comfortable with the Phantom. I'll fly with all the sensors off, and I will fly under bridges. I will fly the smallest gaps that thing can fit through, like these guys are doing with the Avata right now.
Let me see if I have. Hey, Golden Girls. The biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, "Thank you for being a friend."
Okay, you guys gonna get Paul strike.
I was singing to try and cover up the actual music.
He covered up a lot. So,
Let me see if I've
Lance, I
got
got
that.
something for you. Since you love the Avata so much, I'm gonna send you one of these so you can put it on the top. You can fly around with it like that.
Oh wow!
Perfect. That's perfect.
I flew it the other day with this on it, and I forgot I had it on it. And I was like 6 inches off the ground, 36 miles an hour. Got back and I said, "Oh, it stayed on."
Yeah.
Good Velcro. And I'm gonna start setting it here in front of me. So when Justin says something stupid, I'm gonna turn it on and just fly it up like this, and then fly it back down. I just, you know.
I've got video somewhere of flying that.
So Donald, thanks for the idea. I'm gonna do a video showing a bunch of 180 drift for the Phantom.
Yeah, I have a video somewhere of me taking that Phantom and flying between the railings on a little footbridge, and it was maybe that much space.
Yeah.
But turned collision off, and I trusted the drone enough. As long as I got my visual, get it lined up, flew through. And
Johnny and I were out on a riverfront a few months back, and he was joking with me. And he said, "I had the Mavic 3," and he said, "Come through this little railing gap, like this." So I went around and I said, "Okay," and I had the Mavic 3, and I brought it down. I saw the height of it, so I got the height right. So I just took the hands off that stick. I trusted the drone. So I said, "There you go, Johnny." He ran over there and he videoed as I went between the double rails twice, like that. And he says, "Man, my heart was beating. I thought you were good." I said, "I trusted the drone. I knew it wasn't going to go any higher. It was just going to fly steady."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
that would be a good video.
Yeah. And I tell you, I might break out my old Phantom 3 Pro to do it because it has no sensors already. And that thing will just, just go where I tell it to go.
That's the other drone that they don't even know they have it in that building over there. I wish I would have just taken it. The Phantom 1, the first Phantom.
Yeah.
It was brand new drone, and they were like, "We're gonna get into drones," and it was just as the Phantom 2 was coming out. But this is back when you just put your GoPro on there, hit record, and you flew the drone and just hoped you got something. You had no feedback, you had no telemetry, you had no nothing.
Yeah.
Well, I had a Phantom 2 with a GoPro, had the GoPro 3 on it, but I had the screen on it too, not the controller, it's an extra 5-inch screen, and it would transmit back a little bit.
Okay,
that was the first Phantom I ever had. I bought it off a studio.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Take that Phantom 1 with that GoPro mount, put my Hero 10 with the stabilization on it.
Yeah.
And see what kind of footage I could get with. You don't have a lot of distance on it.
You know what? I got just as much distance to drone with. I'll show you. Let me see if I check my channel.
But like I say, with my, I don't fly a long distance for my shots usually anyway.
I have a new project. I'm going to take this duck and put it in Tinkercad, and I'm going to take these right here, and I'm going to have it coming out the back.
Duck nuts.
What do you think?
Not truck nuts, but duck nuts.
What do you think? I have a sticky coming through here like this and hanging out the back where it sits like that. I'm going to say, that duck's got some balls, boy, to go through that gap. Oh, I'm making it. I know I can make it. I've been trying to find a place to put that on a drone now. I know. Here we go.
You would see
Let me go to Tinkercad. It should be easy. All I have to do is embed it a little.
Hello, gentlemen. Anyway, here's a question for you. When your first drone flight, and you learn your drone, your controls and that, how many years, like fly over water?
Fly over water?
Yep. Do you feel
I've never been nervous about flying over water.
No. Thing is, when I start learning, it's always been like coastal things I do, and I'll fly over water, no problem.
Yep.
Robotics, I built a robot.
You can't fly. You got to be careful. You got to know what your
that's what you
where your drone's at. You have to keep an eye on it, but flying over water is no different than flying over land. It's just that if you screw up, it's over water.
Yeah. That's what you got to realize.
But if you are, I'm a very cautious flyer. So there's not a lot of risk for me flying over water because I don't take very many risks. Now, Paul goes out and flies in 40-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah.
That's right.
Which I wouldn't launch the drone in that kind of wind. Because I'm a little more cautious. That's just me. But I also wouldn't have gotten the shot of the ship that Paul got.
Right.
That he wanted. He didn't get the shot he wanted, but he still got footage.
I got footage, yep.
Yeah.
Hero 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the things I did, and I don't even think we had 2 of those Phantom 1s, and they had released a gimbal for the Phantom 2, but it required.
Yeah, that was the one that was what was the name of the company?
I can't remember, but it
German
required.
name.
Yeah, it required the Phantom 2 to run it, and so one of the Phantoms over there I had taken apart and replaced it with the brains of the Phantom 2, so it had the Phantom 2 internals, so it could run the gimbal.
Right.
What was the name of that? And I think we had 2 of those gimbals. There might still be an extra gimbal and a drone over in a storage unit that's been sitting for a decade.
Now here's some footage from my Phantom 3. Here, I'll share this real quick. And this was from about 4 or 5 years ago. I used to always go out and practice with my Phantom 3. This is a Phantom 3 Pro.
Yep, I used to go out and I do my figure 8s. You know, you got run a battery.
Right here, this is the move right here, Don. Like I say, orbiting on this right here, the observatory, and then I'll come back here and it's a smooth directional change I did on it. And I was hearing how the sticks respond.
That's a nice orbit.
Yeah, right. All this was manual. I'm flying this with the sticks myself, and just be able to come back other direction
Yep.
and keep it very smooth and cinematic.
Yep. There were two moves that I would go out and I'd practice. I do figure eights just to
Yeah.
keep the muscle memory straight, and then I would do another one where I would fly a straight line while rotating 180 and continuing along the same straight line.
Yeah. And that's what I tell people. I said, this is how you learn to fly cinematic. You want to do, I call it one shot flying. That's what you do. You do everything in one shot, not this set up the drone for the next movement, stop it, set up the next movement. No, you continue to fly the whole thing the whole time.
Yep.
And it's those small exercises that
Well, they've made the flying
it's
in a
just like when I first started learning how to run camera, the guy that taught me, he says, just take the camera out to the highway and follow cars.
Yeah.
Zoom in, and as zoomed in, just follow traffic. You'll get
And
good.
here you go,
at
Joe. You like this
being able
last
to aim the
part here,
camera
Joe.
smoothly.
That's what a Phantom 3 Pro. That low to the ground.
That's nice.
Yeah. They say it has no sensor, so you can get as low as you want, and it keeps flying. And that thing goes from 0 to full speed just like that. So that's why I said when people talk about, the VADA and the sense of speed, I said you could do that with a lot of older drones if you just had the confidence in your own ability and the ability of the drone. A lot of folks got in when they had all the bottom sensors and the drone would stop. I said, no, you got to go back to the Phantom 3s, Phantom 2s, where they didn't have those bottom sensors, and you just had to control it.
Yep.
Yep.
And, going back to those early drones, stabilization the GPS stabilization is so much better. It's like, it's down to, it'll move, a few inches. No, go back to that Phantom 1, Phantom 2.
Oh, man.
You're drifting. You got a few feet.
Yeah, the worst part about those things was the takeoff and the landing, because you had to be hands on for both of them, because it drift off somewhere and take off and come back landed. You think it's coming right at you, and all of a sudden it drift over this way, that way. You're like, and then
Joe,
you overcompensate.
Joe's showing everybody
what his duck nuts.
What he envisions the duck.
Oh man.
But that being said, all I ever flew was GPS drones, and the FPV guys are probably listening and saying, "Yeah, you hands-on fly the drone." Because Dan is in the chat and he'll be like, "Huh, you think you got into the drone early on when you got in the Phantom 1. And he goes back longer than that. He knows because he was OG, brother. We'll see if he'll put off his bubble bath and come on here and defend himself. Let's see here. All right, that was correct, and I will. Because Dan, you're just FPV guys. I dismiss you.
But all drones are flown FPV. Even GPS camera drones are flown first person view.
Not if you don't look at the camera. I fly third person all the time. I can fly my drone standing on the ground looking at the drone without ever looking at the camera. Footage is taken FPV.
And just think of all those years you wasted flying in a straight line and rotating the drone when it can all be done in cruise control now.
Yep, until that breaks. Until I need to get a shot that isn't that shot, but I learned how to control the drone. And what if I don't want to? What if I want to change direction mid-flight? I don't know.
You just press the button.
Yeah.
And it turns cruise control off.
Oh. And then you got that mechanical, okay, well, now we're giving up the computer control and letting this guy go instead of just doing it. Yeah.
And cruise control isn't only a straight line either. You can actually set it going on a curve and it will continue to do the curve.
Oh.
It's quite a useful little feature, I must admit. Certainly makes people look like they can fly better than they can.
Well, yeah, of course it does. And those features are good, but it still, for me, I fly for the images, and the images are still the same basic camera moves that were created. You've got pedestals, got trucking shots. They're all just variations, dolly shots.
Yeah.
They're all just the drone is a platform, same as it's like a tripod in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or let's say a crane in the air.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I think I'm going to call it.
What are you going to call it?
Goodbye. Thanks for being here, everybody. We'll see all of you later this afternoon, and have a great day.
Okay, Paul.
Dre, behave yourself
right.
now.
Later, y'all.
Okay, we'll see ya. Bye-bye.